Okay, so this Ryobi blade is a 10-inch compact miter saw. A miter saw is meant to chop down like this, and the safety coil is supposed to retract as you press down. It has a little hose in the back to suck out all of the dust into a vacuum, and in order to change the blade, you're going to have to take off this little screw right here. So let's do that. So you're going to take out the screw like this. That's the first step, because by doing that, and you put it on the side and make sure you don't lose it, you can remove this little guy over here like this, and then expose the inside of the little nut that you're supposed to take out over there. So sometimes things don't come out the way they should. Okay, and you don't want to take this out just yet because it is, so there we go. Okay, you just had to shimmy it up a little bit. There's a little stopper in there. Let me show you. There's a little piece right inside there. Here, there's a little stopper right in there. It's hard to see, but that you just had to pull this piece outward and then slide it up. So let's get to work and grab our Allen wrench so we can get it changed. So your Allen wrench set looks like this. It's about $5. You can get it at Home Depot. Any brand is fine. You can even have leftover ones from other projects that they give you, like IKEA sometimes gives you these guys. And if you collect enough of them, you can just save up a whole collection. So you keep trying to size it as you go. This one's too loose, and you get the right size. This one should do it. And you turn it until it clicks inside. Okay. I forgot to tell you also, you want to unplug whenever you're working like this, because you don't want to accidentally squeeze this and then you cut your hand off. So always make sure and give it a test before you do it. Now, in order to loosen it, you have to turn clockwise. With saws, typically, you turn clockwise to loosen this nut to take it out. And remember, when you do this change, you only want to take this screw out to change this saw's blade. You only want to take this screw out, move this up, and do this. You do not want to take the main screw out over here, because if you do, there's a whole coil inside that causes this whole mechanism to get messed up. If you want to go faster, you can switch like this. Oops. Okay, and afterwards you can just use your fingers. Whoops. Okay, you can put that on the side there. Then you just take this guy out right like that, put it next to everything so it doesn't get lost, and remove this guy. And it comes right out like that. Okay, so this is a precision trim 10-inch 5/8 saw, and it had 80-something teeth. However, I've noticed that over time, it's not cutting like it used to. And you can see over here, some of the blades are a little duller, and some of them still stay sharp. So let's try the new blade and put it on. And notice that because of the this blade getting more dull, the cuts on the wood weren't coming out as smooth as I wanted them to. So what I'm gonna do is just open it up, take it out, and put it on. Once I get more organized, the garbage will be more accessible. Out of the box, you can feel how much sharper this thing is. This is gripping your fingers a lot more. You can feel how much sharper it is than compared to the other blade. Now, you want to make sure that you put it in the correct way. So if you put the blade like this as the blade spins down, those blades are pointing that way a little bit, and that's what's going to cut the blade. If you install it the incorrect way like that, as it's spinning, it's not going to really grip or cut anything. You have to make sure to do it the right way so they grip and cut as it turns this way. And you can see on the bottom it says rotation direction is that way. But you could always tell by the direction of the blade. Slides right in. Put it back the way you found it. And you'll see that it's kind of square-ish. So it'll hook on the way it's supposed to. And remember, counterclockwise to tighten, okay? And get it started. Sometimes this little thing this little corner got in the way, but don't worry about it, just shimmy it around. Most of the time, this stuff I find is just figuring things out as you go. There's never a set rule in construction. There's always a different way to figure it out. Usually there's also a stop button. Right over here, there's a stop button. I'll show that to you. This guy right here, you press it to lock the blade in place. Sorry. So that as you turn it, it doesn't, you see if I go like this, it just turns. But if you turn and gently push in that button here as you turn, eventually it'll lock in. You see it just pushed in more. And then you can tighten it all the way. See that? That's all it takes. Whoops, sorry. Let's wind this up. Right now I have this pretty ghetto phone stand, but I think we'll fix that too. Maybe we can build one together soon. And slide it back down just like that. Everything looks good. You have the screw right where you left it. Also, a lot of the times they have these power tools, like people are using power drills for just replacing a simple screw like this. It does help to have like a magnetic screwdriver, like this one, where the screw can hold on to the tip without having it dropping to the floor, and you have to spend 20 minutes trying to find it, especially if you have a messy shop like this. It takes forever to find something. I also find on that note that having a neat, organized shop is the way to go, because then you could find everything within 20 seconds instead of a half hour. Okay, let's give it a test. Here we go. Nice. Very good. Okay, it's working. And let's make our first cut together. And that'll be the end of this video. Okay, remember that 2x4 that we saw before, just like this? Let's give it a nice cut. Okay, here we go. Hold it in place. Okay, here we go. Wow, that was a fantastic cut. Look how smooth that came out. I barely felt it. It was nice and quiet. The other blade was making a loud noise. It did leave a few chips over here like this. Yeah, there you go. You can see like a little few splinters. But compared to the other cuts that the other blade was making, I mean, I don't even know if I have any pieces here that I used to cut the other one with. But it was really, really jagged. Like this one last night, I think I cut with a little guy. Look how rough and uneven everything looks compared to this guy, which is like nice and smooth. So it does help to do a nice cut with a nice blade. Okay, see you next time.